వెల్కమ్ టు ద బయాలజీ పంతులు AI యూట్యూబ్ ఛానల్. ఈ యొక్క వీడియోలో బయాలజికల్ సైన్స్లో 1 మార్క్ క్వశ్చన్స్ గురించి డిస్కస్ చేయబోతున్నాం. ఎవరైనా మన ఛానల్ ఫస్ట్ టైం విజిట్ చేసినట్లయితే ఒక లైక్ చేయండి, షేర్ చేయండి, సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేయండి. మరి ఇంకెందుకు ఆలస్యం, టాపిక్లోకి వెళ్దాం. సో ఈ యొక్క వీడియోలో ఓన్లీ 1 మార్క్స్ క్వశ్చన్స్ గురించి మాత్రమే డిస్కస్ చేయబోతున్నాం. ద ఫస్ట్ చాప్టర్ లైఫ్ ప్రాసెసెస్. ద ఫస్ట్ క్వశ్చన్, what processes would you consider essential for maintaining of life? The processes names are nutrition, respiration, transportation and excretion. So these are the life processes which we can maintain our life. Next, second question, which raw materials are used by an organism from outside? Water, oxygen, food and minerals we are getting from outside. So then we can go for next question. Write the equation of photosynthesis. 6CO2 plus 12H2O, sunlight, chlorophyll, C6H12O6 plus 6O2 and 6H2O. So this is expected question for 2024-25. So all members compulsory, you should read photosynthesis equation. So then we can go for by which process green plants make their own food? By photosynthesis, you know very well. Then what are the two main types of nutrition? Autotrophic nutrition, heterotrophic nutrition. Which substances is absorbed by plants from the air during photosynthesis? From the air, what the plants can absorb? Carbon dioxide. Next, what is the role of chlorophyll in photosynthesis? It can trap the sunlight from sun angle. Then what is the main waste product released by plants during photosynthesis? Oxygen. Next, how does excess carbohydrates are stored? Excess carbohydrates are stored in the form of starch. Then define metabolism, or what is the meaning of metabolism? Metabolism is a chemical reaction in the cells that change food into energy. Next we can go for next question. So what is the role of enzyme in metabolism? Enzymes, it can catalyze and speed up the biochemical reactions. Next we can go for give an example of autotrophic nutrition, green plants. So what is heterotrophic nutrition? The nutrition in which organisms depends on other for getting food are called heterotrophic nutrition. In that heterotrophic nutrition types is there already, you know very well. Saprophytic, parasitic, holozoic. Saprophytic means or which can break down the food outside the body and absorb it. Example, bread mold, yeast. Parasitic, the organisms which depend on other without killing them. Example, lice, leeches, ticks. Cuscuta, important, which is the parasitic plant. Cuscuta. Next, holozoic, the organisms which can break down the food inside the body. It is called as holozoic nutrition, where the best example for holozoic nutrition, or amoeba is the best example for holozoic nutrition. The second chapter, control and coordination. So in that control and coordination, first question, what is the common misconception about living things based on movement? The common misconception is that if something moves, it is alive. If something not move, it is dead. So this is the misconception regarding organisms based on the movement. Next we can go for what do nerves do? Means nerves can carry message to the brain, and it can carry message from brain to body parts. So how does the brain receive signals from the body? So the brain receives signals from the body through nerves only. How does the brain send signals to the body? Yes, the brain can send signals to the body through nerves only. That means nerves, it act as a incoming and outgoing messengers for information. Next, where do nerves from all over the body meet? This is important, at the spinal cord. Next, what are the two main components of central nervous system? But here remind all of you, expected question. Main components of central nervous system, brain and spinal cord. So what are the main components of peripheral nervous system? Cranial nerves, spinal nerves. Cranial nerves number 12 pairs. Spinal nerves number 31 pairs. Next we can go for another question. So what is the main coordinating center of the body? Brain is the main coordinating center of the body. Next we can go for another question. What are voluntary actions? Voluntary actions are actions that we consciously choose to perform. Voluntary means actions which is under our control we called as voluntary actions. The actions which are not under our control, we called as involuntary actions. So movement of legs and hands, voluntary actions. Movement of small intestine, movement of lungs, movement of heart, it is involuntary actions. So what is the part of nervous system that connects the central nervous system to other parts of body? Which nervous system can connect central nervous system to body parts? Peripheral nervous system. So what name the three major parts of the brain? Forebrain, midbrain, hindbrain. So what is the main thinking part of brain? Important. Forebrain is the main thinking part. Next, what part of the brain control hunger? Hunger pangs. So hunger first letter what is there? H is there. H for hypothalamus. So important. So hunger contractions or hunger pangs, it is under the control of hypothalamus. So what would happen if the cerebellum were to malfunction? Cerebellum, bellum means balance. So we would lose balance. We would lose coordination. We would lose precision in our movements. That means it leads to the imbalance of our body, or it leads to the imbalance and posture of our body. So next question, what is the basic mechanism of muscle cell movement? Muscle cell change their shape by altering the arrangement of special proteins. So what type of special protein is there in the muscles? Yes, the protein name is contractile protein. Important. Next, we can go for another question. So what is the role of nerve impulses in muscle contraction? Nerve impulses trigger the chemical reactions that lead to the contraction of muscles. So nerve impulses can trigger the chemical reaction. Because of that, muscles will contract. So what is the bony structure that protect the brain? Skull. Skull, another name, cranium. Which fluid gives more protection to the brain called? Important, cerebrospinal fluid. So simply we can say what CSF gives protection to the brain. So what is the directional growth response of plants to stimuli called? Directional growth of response of plants stimuli called tropism. The plants are showing movement towards stimuli, we call as tropism. So what is the growth response of plants towards light? Phototropism. What is the growth response of plants towards gravitation? Geotropism. Along with that, we can say hydrotropism, show growth towards water. Next, thigmotropism. Plants can exhibit movement for touch, we call it as thigmotropism. Another one is chemotropism. Plants can exhibit movement towards chemicals, we call it as chemotropism. So simply you can remind yes, tropic movements. Yes, what are they? PZ, H, TC. So PZ hostile. For entering into that, we required a TC identity card. Next question. Where are plant hormones synthesized? Important. So at places away from where they act. So what is the plant hormone that help in cell elongation? Important expected question from this area. So for cell elongation, auxin. Which side of the plant does auxin diffuse towards the when light is coming from? Shady side.